I'm just going to be talking about how I lost weight and my advice that I would give to you if you are a beginner or just wanting to look for more knowledge on some things. I was a very fat kid growing up, of course. If you watch these past videos, I grew up really insecure and I started with the gym and it changed my whole life. I feel a little bit more confident in how I look, and the gym was only there for me for the whole time, and I feel better whenever I work out. So, to start off with the advice, the biggest mistake that I made was prioritizing macronutrients. Of course, you need macronutrients in order to have muscles, in order to have the body of how you look, but you have to really prioritize your micronutrients as well. I've seen many people neglect it or just simply not eat enough micronutrients. There are some micronutrients that you need in order to build muscle and in order to live as well, like the minerals, vitamin D, vitamin A, E. I'd recommend you to really eat whole foods for most of your diet and try to limit your processed or ultra processed food intake, because even though it may taste good, it's not gonna be good in the long run, of course. And I didn't realize this until, like, I'd say last year during my freshman year of high school. And now I'm grateful that I know this now. You know, for your macronutrients, a lot of people really talk badly about fats and carbohydrates, but you really only need like zero point 0.7 to a gram of protein per body weight, per pound of body weight. And for fats, I do a minimum of 70, but it all depends on your height, your gender, and your body weight. So you'd have to calculate that yourself, but fats play an important role on your hormones and how it stabilizes them. Because you can't lose weight, you can't lose fat, and you can't build muscle without having good hormones. You understand? And you could get it from very healthy sources like avocados, meats, cheeses, dairy, and oil, like olive oil, avocado oil. I do coconut oil for whenever I cook. Carbohydrates are going to be the main foundation that's going to help you build muscle. You could do faster acting carbs like honey, bananas, or just like if you want to, this is optional, but you could do rice. I don't eat any rice, bread, or grains and such, but you have to know the difference between like carbs that are going to help you stabilize your energy and carbs that are going to be meant for you to work out. Like for carbs that are going to help you stabilize your energy, those are going to be the most fibrous types of foods, like vegetables, maybe some fruits. And yeah, protein. Protein obviously is the thing that's going to help you restore your muscle. It's not going to help you build it. It's not. You need the energy to build your muscle. That's where you get carbohydrates. That's where you get fats from. Because if you have no energy, you're not going to be able to put that effort. You're not going to be able to put the max effort. And yeah, I didn't have anybody to teach me this, obviously. I had to learn it myself on the basis on how I felt, you know. I limited my ultra processed and processed food intake, and I started eating whole foods, and I felt so much better. I felt so much better in the way I feel and in the way I look too, because I used to have so much acne, and my hair was like really bad as well. And now it looks better. It looks way better than before. I had like a pepperoni face. Yeah, I was really insecure about that one. And what next? We could talk about lifestyle. Lifestyle, the the number one thing that I would recommend you is to track your steps and do more walking than just running, cycling, stairs, or whatever. Walking is going to be your best friend when it comes to anything, because you could be practically doing anything and just accumulate 10,000 steps. You could even walk in the morning, walk in the afternoon and the night, or you could do digestion walks. You could do anything and accumulate at least 10,000 steps at the end of the day. I get at least 10,000. That's my main goal. And it's helped me been in a deficit while eating whole foods, while feeling good. And yeah, it's the number one thing that I'd recommend you to do in your lifestyle. Now, for training wise, you really only need 2 to 4 days of training per week. Because number one, you only need to hit each muscle twice. You could do 2 to 3 times depending on, how you recover. But it's recommended to do at least 2 times per week. So you could do full body, upper, lower, or you could even mix the two. But I recommend 2 to 4 because this is all based on like if you have a good schedule or if you have a bad schedule. So you could work out on those 2 days. And also you're prioritizing your recovery as well. You're going to have an abundance amount of days to recover, and you're going to feel 100% whenever you walk back into that gym. I started full body, I think last summer, and I feel amazing. Well, I do feel amazing, but what I'm trying to say is it's given me so much time because I spend so much time in the gym. Now I work out those 2 to 3 times every day. Fuck. 2 to 3 days every week. My bad on that one. 2 to 3 days every week. It gave me so much time for studying, for reading, and just giving me more time to rest. Now you could do whatever type of exercise you want, as long as it's low volume and high intensity. 2 to 3 sets and the pure failure. You don't really need you only need one exercise kind of per 1 to 2 muscles. I wouldn't go like 3 to 4 exercises per group of muscle, like the chest. I recommend like two. I only do dips and push-ups. And another great thing that nobody talks about is weighted calisthenics. You could transform your body with just like weighted pull-ups, weighted dips, weighted push-ups, squats, maybe sprints, running. It's it has so much variety of what you can do. And it's great when it comes to like the grip strength too. Now, what else was I talking about? I think that's really it. I covered diet, lifestyle, training. For sleep, I think you would only need at least maybe 7.5 hours, or at least 7.5 or 8 hours. You could do like 7 to 9. Oversleeping can really make you more tired, and undersleeping can make you more tired as well. You just want to be in that range of 7 to like 9 hours. Um, I think that's really it though, because I covered a balanced amount of things. What? Yeah. Oh, another thing, you don't need an expensive gym in order to produce greater results. I understand that, the more money you have, the more resources you're able to come across. But it comes to a point. It comes to a point where your gym has fucking pickleball, where your gym has a whole rock climbing thing, and you're paying more than 200. That's pointless. You're not even gonna use it. You might, but 200 a week, no. 200 a month. No, I'm not spending that much on gyms. You could probably maybe even like Planet Fitness. You could build a good physique from Planet Fitness. It has weights, it has a pull-up bar, and a lot of machines. So yeah, I think that's really it. The only thing that I can say though is just if you are a if you are under 18, do not cut at all, because these are your prime this is your prime time, basically. The only time where you're gonna reach your potential height, your maturity. And if you undereat, especially with calories, with micronutrients, macros, you are gonna stop your growth. You're gonna like delay your growth, possibly stunt it in any way. And you have to be eating a little bit more. I'm not gonna say don't eat a lot, or don't don't really starve yourself, because those things can really backfire easily. You just want to find that maintenance. You want to find what makes you feel best, you know. Don't don't restrict your macronutrients, your micronutrients. It's very important for you when you're growing. I know this because I kind of neglected it for a little bit, and it I felt the effects. It wasn't great. But yeah, uh I think I talked about the advice. I think I can talk about my weight loss a little bit. Um, I was really fat as a kid. I was wearing like an adult small at around third grade. I was the tallest in my class, but I was fat. And I thought I would grow out of it, but during quarantine, like the fourth or fifth grade, I really hit that peak, man. So and then my siblings introduced me to just exercises, and I was doing those YouTube exercises, those 5 minute ab videos, or these like hit workouts, whatever. I was doing that all the time, and I loved it. I love the feeling I get whenever I work out, because it's some of the best feelings in the world. It's a drug to me, in a sense, because I just it gives me some sort of dopamine rush whenever I finish working out, whenever I get past that feeling of no effort and having my body feel so broken down, so hurt. It just makes my day or week a whole lot better, because I feel great about myself at that moment. And whenever I'm working out, whenever I'm doing something related to fitness, it just makes me feel better about myself. A lot better about myself, because, I don't really feel good about myself. I don't really like myself, you know? For the person I am, I know, like, I know what I am, I know who I am, but it just brings me some sort of discomfort. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get past it. I know I can live with it, but it's just a draining feeling in a way. And the only way I can help myself is by working out or just punishing my body in some sort of way. If you come this far into watching this YouTube video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for coming this far. Thank you for hearing about my rant. Thank you for listening. And yeah, I just hope your day is a lot better. I hope your day is great. I hope your week is great. And yeah.